Hello and welcome to another wonderful episode of Iron Port. This program is proudly brought to you by Serene Insurance, Gold Company Limited, the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority, and Ghana Link, who are the operators of the Integrated Customs Management System. Our proud media partner is the Business and Financial Times. This week, we are looking at a new Cyber Act and its impact on the maritime industry. Iron Port engaged the Director Legal at the Ministry of National Security, who is also the SGI coordinator, in the person of Osei Dixon, Esquire, and Jibril Mohammed, who is a research fellow at CSDS Africa. Here is a report.
The director in charge of legal at the Ministry of National Security, Osei Dixon Esquire, has indicated that the maritime industry stands to benefit greatly from the newly passed Landmark Cybersecurity Act 2020, Act 1038. Speaking on Iron Port, Osei Dixon, who is also the coordinator for the Security Governance Initiative, explained that with modern maritime industry inextricably tied to information technology use, it automatically stands prone to cybercrime.
With increased dependence comes increased vulnerability. And that is the reason why, like Jibril was saying, I mean, there's a reason to be worried. Because with that huge dependency, so if you pick, for example, like port shipping, or you pick, for example, navigation, ship navigation, all these things have migrated to a digital space.
He said, with e-based transactions on the ascendancy in the maritime and shipping industry to promote operational efficiency and increased profitability, it is imperative for players in this sector to concern themselves with cybersecurity matters.
The maritime sector has increasingly achieved efficiency, profitability, and also effectiveness by like getting into matters like paperless ports. By getting into issues that have to do with e-transactions, as well bill of ladings and all those kinds of rates in every operation within the maritime sector is actually down to electronics, down to cyber matters, ICT issues and things like that.
The national security official, however, revealed that the new Cybersecurity Act provides resilience against potential cyber incidents, recommending key response mechanisms.
The Cyber Act tries to create a number of sets, that is computer emergency response teams. And so you have the Ghana set, which is the national one, and then you have sectorial sets. So under sectorial sets, entities that have been designated as CIIs have a 24-hour duty to report any significant cyber occurrence, incident that happens with them to the Cyber Security Authority.
Ghana's Cybersecurity Act 2020, Act 1038, was passed by the Parliament of Ghana on November 6, 2020, and assented by President Akufo-Addo into law on December 29, 2020. It is a 68-page document made up of 100 sections and 3 schedules. The sections are grouped into 18 different subject headings. This act has become necessary because of the rapid digitalization of the Ghanaian economy, coupled with a high rate of cyber crimes and other cybersecurity incidents in the country and the world at large. The Act will promote the development of cybersecurity and regulate cybersecurity activities in Ghana. It focuses on the protection of Ghana's critical information infrastructure. Osei Dixon Esquire also said that the Act has enabled the creation of the Cybersecurity Authority, which has been given the technical, operational and legal tools to manage cybersecurity matters in the country. He said this, among other initiatives, has culminated in Ghana being rated third in cybersecurity proactiveness in Africa, only behind Mauritius and Tanzania. Also speaking on cybersecurity, a research fellow at the Center for Strategic and Defense Studies Africa, Jibril Mohammed, disclosed some of the modus operandi of cyber criminals.
The cyber criminals' work is that they can target you through a third party. So maybe you have very strong security, but then they know that the one you are dealing with or the one that you trade with doesn't have that kind of security. So they go through there. So what they can do is that they fix a malware that will create a backdoor in your system. That was what we call man in the middle. And then the cyber criminal will be communicating to you. purporting to be the trusted,
Right.
Exactly. So all entities that operate in the maritime sector, okay, so not just, let's say, the Ghana Shippers Authority, but those that Ghana Shippers Authority deal with also have to be concerned.
He said, as technology advances, the varied means of cybercrime expand. The cybersecurity consultants proffered some advice for institutions within the industry in order to minimize risk of cyber incidents.
It's a mistake that we usually make. We leave cybersecurity to the IT guys because they know the technical things. But then the hacker also knows that you think that the IT guy would be so then he will start from the receptionist, because the receptionist doesn't have training with ICT. Yes. So what organizations need to do rather is to have general training for all the employees. So you don't leave it to the IT guys, but then you prioritize cybersecurity. You can't leave the physical gates open. That's the same way you can't leave your cyberspace open to any attack.
He said the CSDS offers capacity building programs for individuals and institutions on contemporary cybersecurity operations to prepare them for the existing war against cybercrime.
Iron Port returns after this break.
Every now and again, Goil makes good things happen. This time, Goil has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goil Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Goil Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Goil Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Goil Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goil has that sorted. Goil, good energy.
Electricity, pay your taxes. Yeah. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, streetlights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Impressive factory. If only I had listened to you, I wouldn't have been in this mess. That devastating fire virtually wiped out the whole factory and my warehouse.
Remember my misfortunes last year? Serene Insurance Asset All Risk Fire policy that I took were there to pay for my damaged stocks in the warehouse, and my machines that were affected by the floods have been replaced. My accident vehicle is back on the road thanks to Serene Insurance motor policy. Currently, my goods are on the IC covered with their marine cargo insurance policy. I was just telling Ajima about Serene Insurance. Oh, Ajima, tell him more.
As a road contractor, I make sure I do my contractors all risk insurance for the projects and then workers' compensation for all the workers on site. With Serene Insurance, they will make sure they will cover your unknown tomorrow today.
Serene Insurance, a new face of insurance. Call us now.
Welcome back from the break. Now, news and activities happening within the port and maritime industry next.
The Director General of the Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, Michael Luguje, has argued that the port of KETA, when constructed, would be economically viable due to the commercial dynamics in the maritime trade.
Ghana's economy is much bigger than Togo, much bigger. So if a shipping line is present in Lomé, you probably will be looking for cargo that is not coming necessarily to Lomé, but to other regions. But if you are in Ghana, you have the opportunity of even having more of cargo coming to Ghana, plus what you then have to spread to other countries. They look at a lot of things in doing so. So therefore, from the economic point of view, there is a lot of positive that KETA is viable.
The Director General of GPHA also explained the events surrounding the initial proposal Diamond Cement presented for the development of a port facility in KETA.
The feasibility report engaged them, the consultants engaged them extensively on their plans, their factory requirements and the rest. And there is provision within the master plan of the KETA port to accommodate the Diamond Cement terminal. So it's not dead.
The GPHA boss was speaking during a stakeholder meeting with the Benkwao Group, an association of indigents and ambassadors of the KETA township, who visited the Port Authority to acquaint themselves with the KETA Port project. The director in charge of the KETA Port project, Dr. Alexander Yaredusai, said the port project is of utmost priority to the Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, but asked interest parties to exercise patience as such a mega project takes calculated processes to be successfully executed.
At the end of the day, after you've been able to plan well, you still need money. You need interested parties. You need anchor tenants. We are willing to listen to everybody and the ideas they can bring on the table to ensure that we will do a better project that will be beneficial to Volta region, and I now call Volta and OT regions. But for this project, you will have to unite as a family and get it done. Because if you don't start it today, who else? This is the closest we've come to realizing this project, and we intend to unify ourselves to move forward. So today's
project engineer Kobna Ofo revealed, however, that a general feasibility outlay has been done with environmental and social impact assessment pending. John Glenogo, the vice chairman of the Benkwao Group, described the engagement as an eye-opener in understanding the processes that will lead to the completion of the project.
That, yes, when you are dealing with a project of this size, you need time to do your feasibility studies, do your planning, look for your finances, before you even start anything. But naive as some of us are, they say when KETA Port and the director is appointed, then surely there must be some excavation work going on, there must be some dredging things and building of the harbor. Certain studies are being undertaken such that the viability, the environmental and other issues are looked at. And then before undertaking is done.
He doubled up on the call for patience to be exercised while the requisite background work is duly undertaken by the experts. The MAPOL Convention requires state parties to ensure the provision of adequate reception facilities in port to handle operational and domestic waste discharge from vessels in an environmentally friendly manner. To this end, the Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, in carrying out that mandate in conjunction with licensed private environmental waste management companies, ensure to provide efficient services to vessels calling the ports. However, these procedures are impeded by some bottlenecks born from the fragmented nature of institutions carrying out sole mandates in the port. To reach workable solutions, a stakeholder engagement has been held among these key institutions in the port on the provision of port reception facilities under the MAPOL 73-78 Convention. Officials from the Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, Ghana Maritime Authority, the National Petroleum Authority, Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, private waste management companies, the Environmental Protection Authority met to assess how to adjust their operations to create
the desired synergy necessary to implement the IMO Convention while delivering on their institutional mandate. Speaking at the forum, the General Manager Estate and Environment at GPHA, James Benjamin Gazy, explained that improved collaboration is geared at the ultimate goal of vessels being able to discharge waste at the port without delay.
We thought it wise to bring these stakeholders together and discuss openly what the issues are, and as a body or as stakeholders together fashion the way forward so that we can run these facilities smoothly without any hitches. Because the vessel doesn't want to be delayed when it comes to the port. It wants prompt and quick services so they can go back.
The Executive Coordinator for Port Environmental Network Africa, PENAF, Dr. Henry Barnes Daban, facilitators of the forum praised Ghana's port for staying in line with the international conventions and called for increased capacity building for sustainability.
The port is already on course. I mean, the port took an initiative ahead of the state by implementing the convention, so it is already ahead. But the issue is updating the skills, updating the knowledge. And then also because it affects different stakeholders to institutionalize stakeholder governance, stakeholder participation, because for sustainability governance, stakeholder inclusion is extremely important.
The International Maritime Hospital has applied huge discounts on its diagnostic services on breast and cervical cancer from October 2021 to February 2022. Celebrating the Pink Month, IMA says unlike most health facilities that only offer basic free screening services, it wants to ensure that it does not end there.
Because if a woman comes and you examine that she has a breast lump, it doesn't end there.
Right.
You need to offer her some imaging, like a scan or mammogram, or sometimes taking a biopsy.
Yeah.
And that is where IMA comes.
Speaking on Iron Port, specialist obstetrician and gynecologist at IMA, Dr. Eric Corsa, intimated that cancer prevention and early detection is core within the hospital's program and thus has invested heavily in its oncology unit.
IMA has set up a whole oncology unit, not just a month celebration, but all year round. We have the pink room.
Right.
We have situated a pink room that does cancer screening throughout the whole year.
Wow.
So you just walk into IMA and then say you are going to the pink room, and then we'll be able to assist you. They've also set up a multi-task and multidisciplinary group where you have an oncologist, anesthesiologist, gynecologist, general surgeon, cancer nurses who are manning that particular unit. So you skip the waiting time. There are times that you go to a facility, you are asked to go to another facility to do a scan or do a mammogram. You come back, you are now referred to go and see another doctor.
But at IMA, you have a one-stop shop.
Like one-stop shop.
Dr. Corsa disclosed that most breast cancers are diagnosed without lumps. Hence, it is very important for Ghanaians to take advantage of these advanced diagnostic services at the International Maritime Hospital.
IMA is saying that, look, we have identified that the major challenge has been people coming forward to pay for services. Yeah. So we have highly discounted and subsidized this imaging procedures that women have to go through for diagnosis. Yeah. And it doesn't even end at the month of October. Like I said, we have extended it to February. Right. This kind of discount that is available. Yeah. We've extended it to encourage more women
to come.
Okay, encourage more women to let them know their risk assessment. Once you walk in, it's not just about imaging. We assess your risk to breast cancer as well as cervical cancer.
It's now time for some international ports and maritime news.
Dubai-based port operator DP World has launched a new digital logistics solution, Cargo's Logistics, to address complexities and inefficiencies that exist in global supply chains. As disclosed, the new platform will provide customers a single window solution, enabling seamless, safe, secure and efficient movement of their cargo. Specifically, clients can choose from multimodal logistics options, ship freight by sea, road, and or rail, get instant quotes, swift booking confirmation, and multiple secure payment options in 3 simple steps. Search, choose, and book. South Korea's Hyundai Mipo Dockyard is beginning construction on an electric propulsion passenger ship that combines for the first time eco-friendly designs with smart technologies. The ship, which they are calling a milestone in the eco-friendly market, integrate information and communications to provide a ship that is capable of smart operations. Steel was cut on October 19 for the new vessel, which is being built in partnership with the city government of Ulsan, South Korea, and the Ulsan Information Industry Promotion Agency as a demonstration project for the technologies. The vessel will measure 292 feet in length with a 42-foot beam and has a height of 18 feet. It will be able to carry 300 passengers. The vessel will be powered by a dual-fuel LNG engine capable of driving it up to 16 knots. South Africa authorities are investigating the cause of fires at two of the country's largest ports that have occurred in a span of 2 weeks, causing major losses and prompting the issuance of a force majeure on operations. In two separate incidents, fires broke out at the Richards Bay Multi-Purpose Terminal and at Durban's Grain Export Terminal at the Maiden Wharf Precinct. Port Terminals operator Transnet suspects the fires could have been caused by operational negligence by its employees and has promised to take appropriate action. Investigations are underway and a board of inquiry is being set up to determine the cause of fires.
Every now and again, GOIL makes good things happen. This time, GOIL has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with GOIL Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. GOIL has that sorted. GOIL, good energy.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Impressive factory. If only I had listened to you, I wouldn't have been in this mess. That devastating fire virtually wiped out the whole factory and my warehouse.
Remember my misfortunes last year? Serene Insurance Asset All Risk Fire policy that I took were there to pay for my damaged stocks in the warehouse, and my machines that were affected by the floods have been replaced. My accident vehicle is back on the road thanks to Serene Insurance motor policy. Currently, my goods are on the IC covered with their marine cargo insurance policy. I was just telling Ajima about Serene Insurance.
Oh, Ajima,
tell him more.
As a road contractor, I make sure I do my contractors all risk insurance for the projects and then workers' compensation for all the workers on site. With Serene Insurance, they will make sure they will cover your unknown tomorrow today.
Serene Insurance, a new face of insurance. Call us now.
Now, schedules of vessels in the port, those at anchorage and those expected in the coming week, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rate you need to know to clear your goods from the port next. We have your comments coming up.
John from Wager says, with cyber attacks that have to do with cloning to mislead people for their information backdoor, I think it also has to do with communication access, because some of the institutions are failing to provide an upright channel to report to. When we detect cloned websites of some of these companies at the end of cyber attacks, we find it difficult to get through to them. Elvis from Sunyani says, are there chances for the youth to educate themselves more on these cyber issues, perhaps courses available in schools? Hi Elvis, our resource person from the Center for Strategic and Defense Studies says his institution provides academic programs and courses tailored to cybersecurity. Some asks, I heard WhatsApp will go off next month. Is it true? Our guests say such rumors should not be taken seriously until verified from an official communication from WhatsApp or any of such companies. For now, no such information is out.
That's all for this week's episode of Iron Port. Thank you for watching and join us same time next week.